Want to know what makeup trends are about to blow up next year? These are my predictions for the top 10 makeup trends that will dominate 2025. Some of these may shock you and make you feel some type of way. Honestly, some of these were offensive to me, while others I'm ready to fully embrace. Getting right into it, honestly, I want this prediction to not be true because I don't like anything about this, okay? I predict that Barely There blush is going to be very in trend in 2025. I think we're gonna start seeing a lot of looks with very little blush, very soft, more natural colors, or even no blush at all. And I might be a little bit early on this, but hear me out. I think this trend is gonna come in response and kind of in rebellion to what we commonly have been seeing as blush blindness. We've been seeing a lot of really heavy blush looks, really pigmented blushes, basically just the blush being the center focal point for a lot of makeup looks in the last few years. And let me tell you, I have blush blindness. I love blush, and to be honest, I'm gonna keep wearing blush, I think, although never say never, because back in 2015, 2016, I did not wear blush at all, and now I couldn't imagine a day going by without wearing blush. I love it so much. I think in the future, we're gonna look back on this time frame of makeup and really look back at the blush and be like, what were we thinking? It has just been an era of super intense blush, and I cannot lie, I'm guilty. I love it. I'm here for it, which is why I'm kind of sad that I do feel like it's starting to phase out, but that is definitely a trend I see coming in 2025. This next trend prediction may offend some people. I can already hear you guys running to the comment section to express your disgust, but hear me out. I think concealer lips are gonna make a comeback. However, I think this trend is gonna come with a new pretty name. I'm thinking something like milky lips or pale pout. Really, all it is just a very pale nude lip that is pretty close to your skin tone. Obviously, this is gonna be different than what we've seen in the past because concealer lips does have a bit of a negative connotation, and for a good reason. Back in the day, we would literally just apply concealer onto our lips and it would just look bad, it would look crusty, our lips would look non-existent. So I do think when these start to phase in, we will see a little bit of a modernized take to it. I think a lot of people are gonna hate this, but I think a lot of people are gonna really love this and embrace this one, including me. I love a pale nude lip. My prediction is we might see more of a 90s twist on this trend, so maybe paired with a darker lip liner, kind of like what I have on my lips today. Me personally, I don't mind pairing my concealer lips with a lighter lip liner. This one is more of a dark brown. I kind of like this vibe. I'm here for the 90s makeup, but I also think the concealer lips will come with like maybe some milky glosses. My ultimate favorite lip gloss to wear with a nude lip is my Cheris Cosmetics Water Gloss. I designed this myself and I'm just obsessed. It is milky, it is juicy, it looks wet on your lips. I'm gonna apply a little bit on top of my lip combo right now so you guys can see. It definitely has that slight bit of like milkiness to it. Look at that shine. Oh, it is just so good. I specifically designed this gloss to be able to go on top of any lip combo. Any skin tone can use it. It's very universal. I've even used this on top of a red lip. It looks so pretty. But if you want to hop on this trend, this concealer lips trend, I do have a couple shade recommendations. Makeup Forever Rouge Artist Lipstick in Vivid Naked. It is so pale, very concealer lips, but oh, is it so good. Just a little bit dabbed in the center of the lips with a darker lip liner, especially for the fair skin girls. So good. Also, classic MAC Myth. I'm gonna link everything down in the description down below, just in case you wanted to check any of these products out. What I've really been loving myself is this P. Louise You Can Be the Ick palette. Obviously, you can see there are a lot of pale concealer lip type shades in there, and it's just really easy to make your own custom nude shade. There's deeper shades for deeper skin tones. Anyone can get their perfect nude lip with this palette. Again, we'll link this bad boy in the description. But generally, the rule of thumb, so you don't get into the scary concealer lips territory, one shade deeper than your skin tone and one shade pinker than your skin tone, and you're good to go. Trend number 3 that I see becoming really popular in 2025, we've seen it pick up a little bit in 2024, but one and done eyeshadow, specifically really shimmery, glittery, wet looking eyeshadows. I think this has been picking up steam for a good reason. These kind of shadows just transform any basic eye makeup look. Whenever I feel like I want to add a little bit more oomph to my eye makeup, I'll just go on top with a shimmery eyeshadow, and I have a couple favorites that I do want to mention. I think my ultimate favorite one and done shadows are these ones by Victoria Beckham Beauty. I would have to say my favorite shade is Chiffon. It's the one I'm wearing on my eyes today. It's just this really pretty champagne, slightly gold coppery shade. And if you're like me and you like a neutral shadow moment, but you like to add something a little bit glimmery that will catch the light really nicely, date night vibes, I don't know, just something a little special for your lid, this one I highly, highly recommend. It's so luxurious. I really love the shade range that they offer, but Chiffon, she's that girl. Another one that's more on the higher end that I really like are these ones by Hourglass. This is their Scattered Light eyeshadow, and my favorite is the shade Smoke. This one's kind of similar to the Victoria Beckham one. Again, I kind of have a type with these one and done eyeshadows, but this just gives the prettiest light wash of color on the eyes, but it really makes your lids twinkle. It's giving like fairy dust. I would say this one's a little bit more delicate than the Victoria Beckham Beauty, but Victoria Beckham Beauty gives a little bit more impact. Too Faced really surprised me with these fairy dust eyeshadows. How cute are these? This one is in the shade Disco Crush. I also have a bunch of shades of these. These are definitely more pigmented, definitely a one and done eyeshadow if you want, but these also look really good with like a full glam makeup look if you want really, really glittery, high impact, can't miss it kind of vibes. These ones are breathtaking. And for an affordable option, you really can't go wrong with the ColourPop Super Shock Shadows. I love the shade Ritz. It is a dupe for the Urban Decay Moondust eyeshadows, which are actually really good as well. I recommend those too, but this is basically the same thing at a fraction of the price. On that note, the fourth trend that I see becoming really popular in 2025 is frosty makeup. I'm not just talking about frosty eyeshadow, although we will be seeing that for sure. I think frosty cheeks, frosty lips, frosty lipsticks, all over kind of just frosty face vibes. Think of like the Urban Decay Moondust that I just mentioned, but in like a lip gloss. I think that would be so pretty if they haven't started working on something like that already. I think that would be unreal. When I think about frosty makeup for the face, I think about the Rare Beauty powder blushes. I think about the Bare Minerals powder blushes. Very like pearly on the skin. I also think we might see some more like glowy bronzers. I'm not sure exactly who to expect those from, but I do think we're gonna get more products like that. And obviously for eyes, Huda Beauty recently came out with the Icy Nude palette. And if we know anything about Huda, she is a trend setter. I think this would be a really good palette for anyone to pick up, even as a gift for someone this Christmas season. This is the last big palette, allegedly, that Huda Beauty is releasing, and I actually really love this color story. I think it's so fun, and it's gonna be super on trend for 2025. Another really pretty frosty eyeshadow palette is this one by Makeup by Mario. This is their Ethereal Eyes Moonlight palette, and this one is limited edition, also would make a really good Christmas gift. This palette is definitely very, very cool toned. The shimmers are a little bit more like eyeshadow toppers, I find. Huda has more variation in formulations, but this one gives a very pretty, like delicate, twinkly, wet eyelids sort of look. So I recommend both. It just depends on the kind of person you are. And I know frosty lips have not been the most popular in the last little while, but I do think they're gonna start making a comeback. I think we're gonna start seeing frosty lipsticks, kind of like the MAC lipsticks that were really popular back in the day with a very frosty finish. I think the concealer lip trend and the frosty lip trend might have a baby and come together in 2025. But I also think we're gonna have a lot of like frosty, really shimmery lip glosses come out in 2025. Trend number 5, I'm so here for this one, is brown mascara. I'm actually wearing brown mascara right now. It may or may not be something that I'm working on. Shh. What do you guys think? Do we like brown mascara? Would you wear a brown mascara, or are you only a brown mascara girl? Leave your comments down below. I'm so snoopy, and obviously I want your feedback because I'm making this for you. But basically my focus with this is to have a true brown mascara, not just a brown mascara that looks black, and also one that lasts literally all day long. I hate when mascara smudges or flakes. I don't understand why we're even still making mascaras that do these things. But anyways, if you want to know when my mascara releases, there will be a link to join the waitlist down in the description box. So be sure to check that out so you don't miss out. But I do think brown mascara is going to be really, really big this year. Maybe even colored mascaras. I'm starting to see more like blue mascaras, greens, cranberries. Things that I don't really love the blue mascara so much, and really the colorful mascara for a daily basis, but brown I really think might give black a run for its money in 2025. We've been seeing a lot of really natural makeup looks, and I just think brown really complements a more softer look. It brings out the colors in your eyes, and I've just been seeing it more and more, but I just don't think we've seen it at its full height, its full peak, its full potential. I think it's just going to continue to get more popular in 2025. Moving on to something a little bit more bold, trend number 6 I predict being a little bit bigger in 2025 is a move away from the your lips but better sort of trend that we've been seeing. I think we're gonna see a lot more bold lip colors, more bold liners, more bold reds, plums, browns, darker, more bold lip colors. Like I said, I think we're gonna see a lot of really frosty metallic finishes, stuff like that, concealer lips, but I do think we're gonna see more like darker lip tones, especially when it comes to lip liners. I think a dark espresso brown lip liner is gonna be really popular in 2025. I think, like I said earlier, some of these 90s nostalgic trends are going to sneak their way back into the makeup world. I think plum burgundy is going to be a really big color for the lips in 2025, especially when it comes to lip liner, lipsticks as well, but I do think that lip liner, bold lip liner, is going to be a really big thing in the next year. Trend number 7 is something we've been seeing a little bit already in the makeup industry, but I think we're going to see like a boom of it. Makeup brands creating their own fragrances. We've seen this a lot over the last couple years. Obviously, we have Fenty, their iconic fragrance that did really well. We have Merit, a newer fragrance that is also doing good. Glossier, oh, the Glossier perfume is actually so good. When I smelled it in the bottle, I didn't like it, but then when I sprayed it on myself, it really like transformed on my skin. And I think this scent, particularly their original scent, would be such a good gift in this Christmas season, just because I think it takes on a new life on everyone's skin, and I think it's just like universally flattering. And I don't say that lightly because I'm such a fragrance junkie. Anyways, we also saw Charlotte Tilbury do a fragrance line, but in my opinion, that one was a little bit weird to me. I didn't love the names. I didn't particularly like the scents. I didn't like the bottles even. I felt like they could have gone with a more elegant, refined, sort of like old Hollywood vibe. I don't know what they did. What did you guys think of this launch? Let me know down in the comment section. I just thought it was kind of weird, but we've seen this done well. We've seen it done not so well. I think it's really going to erupt in the beauty space. I think we might even see a lot more fragrance oils. I think that is going to be a big thing in 2025. Maybe even more than fragrance. I don't know. I think we might get a Fenty fragrance 2.0. Obviously, I don't think body mists are going anywhere, but I think we're gonna start seeing them being marketed more as like body and hair mists, kind of like Fleur and Rare Beauty has been doing. I think it's really smart, and I think that's kind of where we're gonna see more of the verbiage around body mists go. What beauty brands do you guys think are gonna come out with fragrances in the new year? I would love to hear your predictions down below. For trend number 8, I just wanna circle back a little bit because I know I opened this video saying that we're gonna be seeing a shift away from blush blindness, really overwearing blush, maybe even no blush at all, which breaks my heart. But there are gonna be obviously those people who will not give up blush, me being one of them. So I do think we're gonna see a lot more mauve-y and brownie blushes in the year 2025. More nudie shades, again, kind of that barely there blush vibe, just something a little bit more natural looking. I think makeup in general, but especially lips and cheeks, we're gonna shift into an era of a bit more moody vibes, like a little bit more elegant, a little bit more refined, just shifting away from the very garish, bright pinks, bright peaches, which I honestly loved over the past couple of years, and I still love that look. but I just think the trend with cheeks is really gonna change. And honestly, I am kind of here for it, and let me just show you why. I've been loving this Rhode Pocket Blush in the shade Sleepy Girl. This is like maybe the prettiest mauve blush. I'm just gonna show you what this looks like and why I think this is really gonna be like the It Girl blush in 2025. Maybe even something a little bit more on the brown side, but let me show you this blended out. Not only do these blushes blend out like butter, there's something special about this color. I honestly didn't like, I mean, I did like it when I first used it, but I wasn't obsessed like I am now. This blush has honestly kind of taken over my life. I haven't really been wearing anything else for the past little bit. Like, oh, look at that. Tell me that isn't gorgeous. I'm gonna link it down below, but you see how this is just a different vibe than the bright pink we've been used to seeing? This is more moody, more like mature, more natural. I think we're gonna be seeing more of this. Think like light burgundies, kind of like muted berries, mauves, browns, things like that. My ultimate moody girl blush combo has been this plus this Revela Beauty blush. This is like such a wearable mauve. I'm just gonna show you. I just layer this right on top of that Rare Beauty blush, and this has been like my go-to blush combination lately. There's just something, oh, there's something about it. It just looks so good. This is a baked blush, so it just looks really natural and it sits on top of the cream so nicely. If you want more of an affordable option, this baked blush by Well People is also so pretty. Very in line with what I think is gonna be trending in 2025. This is their Super Powder Blush Powder in the shade Hazelnut Harvest. Like I said, that kind of just like mauve-y, brownie sort of shade, cheeks and lips. You're gonna be seeing it everywhere. Let me tell you. The Pantone color of the year is Mocha Muse, so naturally I think we're gonna see that move into makeup, and I think we're gonna see that for cheek and lip products a lot. Moving on to trend number 9. This one's kind of vague, but I just think this is gonna be the year of powders. I think we've been seeing a ton of cream products, cream blushes, cream foundations even, cream bronzers. I think that we're gonna see more powder products. So powder blushes I think are really gonna make a comeback. Powder foundations maybe, powder bronzers, all the powders. I even think like more matte setting powders are gonna be more in trend, more of a matte face, more powdered down. I just think we might move a little bit away from just the overly glowy look all the time, although again, I really like this look. I'm not gonna completely abandon it, but I just think we're moving into more of like a powder area, whether that's like a matte powder or some of these powders will be glowy. I don't really know, but I just think powders are going to dominate in 2025. We might even see some more like powder highlighters, like really pretty natural powder highlighters, different than what we saw back in the like 2016 makeup days when everything was really glittery and metallic. I do think we'll be getting that frosty vibe, but I do think there's gonna be a wave of like powder highlighter popularity. Honestly, I just think we're gonna move away from creams because it's been really, really done over the past few years. So I think we kind of are looking for something new. And I saved a very controversial one for last. Trend number 10 is smoky eyes, and in particular, a black smoky eye. I don't particularly love this trend for myself. I can't really see myself participating in it. It just doesn't really look great on me, but I do think we're gonna see a lot more of that black smoky eye. Deep, dark, blown out, more grungy, super moody. I think we're gonna see that a lot more in the younger generation. Going out makeup, gonna be really dark and smoky, which honestly, some people can pull it off so well. I'm just not one of those people. What do you guys think about dark black smoky eyes? Do we love them? Do we not like them? Are you gonna be wearing them? I just see them being such a huge trend in 2025, and I might be wrong, but I have a feeling. If not black smoky eyes, very like grungy, not clean girl makeup. Whatever the opposite of clean girl makeup is, I think we're gonna start seeing that. Like I think we might start seeing accentuation of under eye bags. We're gonna see a lot more dark eyeliner in the waterline. Things like that, just a little bit more grungy with the eye makeup, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think? What are your makeup trend predictions? I literally read every one of your guys' comments. I try to respond to every single one of you guys, so I'm super snoopy. Meet me in the comment section. Let's talk about what you think is going to be trending in 2025. I must know. But I'm looking forward to see which of these predictions come true. Maybe I'm a little early for some of these, but time will tell. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.